How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Hope everybody's doing good tonight. We're gonna spend a little bit of time. Not gonna be here all night, but we're just gonna let it flow, man. You know, it's the middle of the week. Y'all ain't doing shit at work. 4th of July was yesterday. I mean, y'all didn't go to work, and if you did go to work, you didn't do much. You was hungover today, so you didn't do much today. I wasn't hungover, but I didn't do much. So glad everybody popped in tonight, man. We're just gonna do a little talking tonight. Nothing big. Glad y'all are here, but y'all kind of know how the spaces work. If you want to speak, just ask for a mic. Me or Brian to get you on. And we want to hear what everybody has to say. Like I said, just doing a little bit of talking. So he titled this, says, "Can the Hokies return to powerhouse status?" That is the title of the space we are in. We did our last podcast that we did. We kind of broke this down and went into this into depth. So if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. Also did a podcast with Coach Pryor on. If you haven't heard that, go back and listen to that. Just talking about some things that where we were behind, things we needed to do to kind of catch up as far as recruiting goes and things like that. But like I said, the last part that we did kind of deep dive into the statistics of what we would need to do to play some meaningful football. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say a powerhouse or go back to powerhouse status. Just play some meaningful football, you know, not play at 11 o'clock on the Cooking Network. We just want to have a game that we all can see at a good time. So, again, if anybody has anything to say, y'all don't hesitate, pop in. We would love to hear what you had to say. A couple of things that we had talked about when we did the podcast were, hold on, let me get to it. Let me get to some of the quick points that we hit.
We kind of led off with we're talking about how conference expansion and what type of role is that going to play with our ability to long-term play competitive and meaningful football, because that's probably one of the aspects that Virginia Tech has the least control over. They got some control over it, but it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out and what type of role that plays as far as what the trajectory of the program can be with conference realignment.
So I'm gonna ask the question, since that is what, you know, one of the ones we started with there that Brian's talking about. But I'm gonna ask the question to y'all and see what y'all say. If we do, you know, go into this conference realignment and we have the opportunity, or if you were the AD and you had the opportunity to go into another conference, would you pick, Big Ten, or would you want SEC? Is it SEC or bust, or would you want to go to one of the other conferences? How y'all feel about that? Justin, you got a mic?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
So I think, just as an alumni, of the two options, the Big Ten would be the best in terms of academics. Also, and this is what I wanted to ask about, is I'm not too sure Virginia Tech has the boosters funds that can compete. in the SEC successfully in terms of spending on athletic buildings. I'm just curious as for your all's thoughts on that. That's all.
Okay, so Justin came in. We are recording here, but again, hey man, y'all get your takes off. Say what you got to say. I don't give a fuck about no athletics. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I mean, I don't give a fuck about no academics right now. All I'm talking about is sports, mainly football. I don't want to go to the SEC and get my head beat in. I'm 37. I'm tired of losing. I don't want to go to the SEC and wait 10 years before we become relevant. Man, give me the Big Ten. We can go in there, and I feel like we can. I feel like we can go in there and compete pretty quick. The SEC, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I'm not trying to play Georgia and Alabama and Auburn and all them motherfuckers every week. Like I'm just gonna be real with you. Then they got Texas and Oklahoma done joined. I get the money aspect of it. I understand why people would want to do it. When we talked on the pod, somebody, I think Sheldon was saying, I want to see LSU come to Lane Stadium. Man, fuck LSU come to Lane Stadium unless we beat them. Like I want to win. I don't want to go into a conference to be Vanderbilt. Just what I think. But I'm gonna pass to somebody else.
I'll just piggyback off that real quick. I've been fan long enough to have seen us play LSU and Alabama and teams like that in the regular season. I don't necessarily need that to feel like we got to have that type of clout going forward. So I think from a competitive standpoint and just like an overall fit, when you look at like things like wrestling, I think the Big Ten's a slightly better fit. I think if you just look at the football aspect of it, SEC probably by a hair, but I think the other factors kind of put it in Big Ten's favor.
Ricky, I see you giving the thumbs down. What you got to say?
Oh, I don't give a fuck about wrestling. That's why I thumbs it down. My bad, man. But say, oh, so with the conference whole thing, I think you got to look at other conference realignments and how it affected those other schools, like Missouri and Nebraska and Texas A&M. So Nebraska was a competitive Big 12 team, and then they went to the Big 10, and all of a sudden they suck. And why do they suck? It fucked up their recruiting. Motherfuckers don't want to go up north. They were recruiting Texas hard, and they were doing a good job of it. Texas kids don't want to go up north and play up north. Missouri, they start off hot, but it was harder to travel. If you're in Missouri and then you play in the fucking SEC East, you get fucked over because you got to go play Florida. And these kids and families are like, I don't want to travel all the way to fucking Florida to see my son play or Georgia or whatever. So that fucked them over. And that's my only thing about Virginia Tech and either of the conferences is how does this affect recruiting? And then Texas A&M came up because they were in a perfect spot, literally in Texas in the SEC. Now Texas kids can play in the SEC. So it was perfect. So Virginia Tech is kind of in a fucked up spot right in the middle of SEC and Big Ten. Big Ten, if we go to the Big Ten, we're the Southern school, we become the warmer school in the Big Ten, which is cool. Like we could get some kids maybe a little bit more up north to come play for Virginia Tech. Maybe that helps us a little bit, but then it kind of fucks us over in the South, somewhat, because we were playing Boston College and shit like that. It could affect us in the South. Maybe kids don't want to play in the Big Ten because of all that shit. You got to go to Ohio State and Michigan State. I do like the SEC just because it's more money. It's a better conference. You can literally convince kids in the North or in Virginia, hey, Virginia is in the SEC. Come play in the SEC. If I had to pick, probably Big Ten because we're the warmer school. But it is close, man. I think we're in a tough spot. Virginia Tech is in a tough spot if those are the two options.
Go ahead, Justin. You got your hand up.
Yeah, one downside or I think the major downside of going to the Big Ten is you've got USC and UCLA joining, and that means going from Blacksburg, Virginia to Los Angeles, which is just a pain in the ass traveling wise, because like you have to go to Roanoke, and then from Roanoke you'd have to go to one of the major airports like Dulles and get on a 5-hour flight from there all the way to the West Coast. And that would be the one downside of joining the Big Ten. I would like, honestly, I think the best option is if the ACC somehow stays together, just because of where all the schools are and traveling and being able to recruit. But if they're going to have to go somewhere, I think the Big Ten is the better fit, but it's still kicking up balls of having to travel from Blacksburg to Los Angeles. That's all.
Yeah, it's a long way from Blacksburg, but that's where the strippers at. So they're going to have a good time when they get out there. I don't know about playing no game at 12 o'clock at night or whatever, or being on TV at 12 o'clock at night. I don't know how that's going to fit, but I'm just telling you, we ain't got no whole bunch of time in my lifetime to be trying to get it right, to be prepared to play Georgia and Auburn and Florida and all of them. I ain't trying to do that shit. So I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of how quick can we get back? How quick can we be playing some competitive football? I don't think the SEC would be the route to go for us to do that. I understand all of the positives that it could bring as far as the money goes, as far as the exposure, as far as, maybe keeping some kids home. But I mean, shit, we ain't keeping them home now. Well, let's go to something else right now. We'll go back to that. If anybody got something to say about that, we'll go back to that. One of the other things we hit on was recruiting. We talked about recruiting. Got to be able to recruit at a high level to be a powerhouse. Again, that's just a word that we put in this, but we just actually talking about playing some winning football, getting back to, when I say winning football, I'm talking about winning the conference, things like that. I ain't talking about winning the national championship right now. I'm just talking about, I ain't even going that high yet. But if we talk about winning the conference, we talked about recruiting. Recruiting has been horrible for a long time. But of course, we know we had a different coaching staff. And the more we deep dive into what they did, they were some fucking assholes. Like, we pissed some people off, we burned some bridges, but we've seen an uptick in recruiting coming off of a 3-8 record. So how y'all feel about recruiting at this moment? Go ahead, Jessica.
I feel great about recruiting, considering what Brett Pry was able to do, as you mentioned, after going 3-9, and a lot of people were calling for Brett Pry's head last season, of fans that just didn't understand how college is different from the NFL, and college is way different with the transfer portal, because a whole bunch of offensive talent just straight up left after Fuente got fired, and Brett Pry did his best with what he had. And the fact that I keep seeing that he's getting these big name recruit, or these highly scouted recruits coming about recruiting. That's the one positive I'm taking into, after seeing a 3-9 season of getting our ass kicked and losing badly to West Virginia at home. So I'm great.
If you keep giving us an extra loss, did we lose 9 games or 8 games? How many games we lost last year?
It was 8, 3-8, 3-8.
Yeah,
we didn't get canceled, so we only got 8. Yeah.
Justin, you got to quit giving us an extra loss, man. You got to get out of that treehouse. You sound like a robot at times. I hear birds chirping and fucking each other in the background. Hey, you got to get out of the treehouse, man. You got to go in the basement or something so we can hear what you're talking about. But I think that recruiting has been going in the right direction. The month of July will tell us a little bit more about, where our recruiting is going. I mean, the NIL is playing a part in that. You got to pay to play. So I don't know much about what we're doing in NIL, but I know to be in the conversation, to have some of these recruits, you got to have some kind of foot with the NIL. So I think we've been doing okay with that. I know we had some stuff come out talking about what we were doing in the NIL space, which is good. Got to get better though, because like I said, when we talk about getting back to where we were and some of the things that we were able to do in the early 2000s, we'll get a lot of players that talk about. We'll get a lot of people that talk about, Oh, Cam Chancellor, we got to get back to finding the Cam Chancellor. He was a 2-star. He was this. Oh, you got to get back to getting this. Well, yeah, you got to find some projects, but your whole team can't be projects. Like you got to have Tyrod was a 5-star. Logan Thomas. Like you got to have some high ranking recruits. You got to have some Kevin Joneses in there. You got to have some Ryan Williams in there, some David Wilsons. You got to be able to close on some of those recruits because a recruit like that can take you from a subpar team to a good college team. That's what we've been missing, to have a recruit at a skill position that could take us from a 5-win team to a 7-win team or an 8-win team. I think probably them are trying to get back there. I think they're doing a good job this year. I'm pleasantly surprised with what they have been able to do so far. But I know it's going to be what we put on the field. What we put on the field will tell us everything we need to know about how we'll be able to recruit moving forward. But again, not trying to put a damp on what they've been able to do. Very hot in June. July, we'll be able to tell a little bit more about where they are. We got um, high-ranking kid out of Virginia that's going to be announcing tomorrow. So I know everybody will have their hands and ears on Twitter to see where Wiggins is going. So hopefully we can pull him. That'll be pretty impressive there if we're able to grab him as well. Ricky, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm very impressed by what Brent Pry has done. If you look at the 2021 class, I think we had one top 10 Virginia player, composite score by 247. And then if you look at last year, we literally had 0. And you look at this year right now, obviously we got Gerard Johnson, who is a fucking legit player. That is a player that Brent Pry was coaching at Penn State. Those are the type of dudes that he was coaching. If you watch his fucking film, holy fuck, that dude is a monster. I'm scared for high school players that got to play him next season. He's a fucking beast. But we have him. It looks like, we will get someone very, very soon. I don't think that's breaking news. And then I think there will be one more top 10 player. I will not say anything or name names. I don't want my name to be mud later on. But I think we will get one more top 10 player. And if we do, in theory, Brent Pry would have us from one top 10 player to 0 in his first year, building relationships to 3 in year 2 after a 3-8 team is fucking unreal, man. He has done a hell of a job. Can I also say how I love how this coaching staff is set up recruiting wise. Like we got Brent Pry, the relationships overall, general, talking to everybody, kisses the babies, kisses the moms, hugs the moms, daps up the dads, just does all the likable shit. And then you got Fontel Mines, the killer. You got fucking Sean Quinn doing the dirty work in the background. And then I don't know him personally. I'm going to assume, Sean Quinn's a dog. I'm going to assume Ron Crooks is the person that we really needed. Is it Ron Crooks? Who's the running back coach? My bad. Who's the running back coach?
Elijah Brooks.
Elijah Brooks. Fucking scumbag. I love that guy. This is who we a car salesman. I'm 100% assuming. Before he was hired at Virginia Tech, he had a post like, "Oh, Maryland, all in, love Maryland, stay home for the city." And literally, less than a month later, Virginia Tech, I'm home. Fucking love that. That's who we fucking needed. We got the great guys, the killers, the lovables, and the car salesman is beautiful. I love it. I love Brand Pride, what he's doing, man. There's probably maybe one more staff member I would like to change, but I'll reserve that for another time. And that's all I have to say.
Go ahead, Brian.
I'm gonna jump in real quick because we had just talked about this earlier today, but because Ricky mentioned it there with getting looks like lined up to get 3 top 10 in the state. Last time we had 3 top 10 in the state was the 2017 class coming off of 10 wins. Brent Pry pulls this shit off coming off a 3-win season. That's telling me something there, especially if we can round out the rest of the class and kind of be in that that top 25 conversation, or at least just outside of it. That'd be really big coming off a 3-win season.
Brian always good with the stats. We got a legend in the building. We got the legend in the building. Vito, how you living, baby?
Oh, I'm good. I've been listening. I just got home. I ain't want to affect the audio by trying to get in while driving.
Hey, it's all right, man. We had Justin in the treehouse. I think he might have repositioned now. So wherever you was at, hey, we would have took it and been all right.
But no, just listening to the conversation. Y'all making good points. You had asked the question earlier. Big Ten, the SEC. I think the conference for the Hokies is the ACC. I don't think they got no business in either one of them major conferences at this moment.
So you said. I think somebody else said. I think Justin might have said that too. So you said the ACC need to stay together, or whoever leave, let them leave. We need to stay where we at.
We need to stay where we at for multiple reasons.
What's the reasons?
One, we can barely compete in this one, let alone upgrading. Two, travel pay, because I know we're a football school, but your lacrosse team do got to play somewhere. I don't want to hear what Babcock saying, man, I had to spend money to get the lacrosse team to Minnesota. Hey, bro, we good where we at right as of now. We good where we at. I would prefer the ACC be better, but it ain't.
It is what it is. Brian,
It
what you
is
got?
what it is.
So I don't necessarily disagree with what Vito's saying there. Um, the only thing I'm gonna say is that the hindrance right now is that ACC media deal, not necessarily the level of competition. I mean, I think the ACC can survive with the group of teams it has right now, more or less. I think they do need to add one or two to kind of keep pace with what the expansion of the Big 12 is looking to do, and then what the SEC and Big 10 have done. But I don't think the competition level necessarily is the problem. I think we're in a probably pretty good fit from that standpoint. But we're going to keep falling behind those other conferences if we don't get some new media deal in place, whether that's renegotiating what the ACC is or jumping ship to some other conference.
And we gotta go beat the shit out of people. I mean, Florida State always gonna be Florida State. Like they are in the ACC and they have been down for some years, but they still, as soon as somebody see a snippet of them being good, like they are getting wherever they want to get on TV. Like we have not been able to grab those spots for a while, but maybe 2016 somewhere around now. Um, we gotta go. We gotta go win the games that we're supposed to win, and we gotta go take some games that we're not supposed to win to get back to getting to a spot to say, okay, now y'all got to give us this. We ain't in no position to be like, we demand you do this for us right now because we ain't fucking doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a long way to go before we able to say that and do that. But that's just my opinion.
Nah, you right. We ain't in a position to be demanding shit.
But while we on demands, we're not in a position to be demanding nothing. Another thing we touched on though, and I know everybody is pretty passionate about uniforms. What do y'all think about the uniforms? I mean, on the pod, we talked about um, our social media presence as far as um, some different videos and things that our social media team puts out. But I feel like the uniforms are a big part of kind of the culture and what you do as a team, how the rest of the football world perceives you. A couple of my compadres said they didn't think uniforms are a big deal. How y'all feel?
Hey, look good, play good.
Yeah.
Y'all know the rest.
Yeah, I think it helps you with recruiting, honestly. Like that you see their recruits, they want to wear something flashy. They don't want to be in this they don't want to wear those maroon tops. We already seen the edits. We know that. So,
I mean, I want somebody to come in tonight. We all family here. I want somebody to come in here tonight and tell me how much of a dumb fuck I am for always saying we should wear certain colors and certain things and things like that. But every edit that I see or every commitment that I see, don't nobody got on all maroon. Have anybody wore all maroon besides like a walk on?
Nah, and it's because our all maroon fits look terrible right now, man. Like the maroon don't match the helmet. Like it just looks goofy. We really do need a revamp. I also think it's kind of bad when you got the old Fuente uniforms with the new coach, man. That's a bad look. Like you got to do probably a little better than that. I just don't like it.
Yeah. Probably gonna have to win in more than 3 games, and then he can make some demands on them uniforms too.
Yeah.
He gonna have to tell them. He gonna have to come in here this year. I say you got to get to a bowl this year. If you get a great recruiting class, or you get a recruiting class that's good, how it's setting up, and you get to a bowl game, we cooking with some grease. But we got a long way to go before we even get there. We taking one day at a time, one game at a time.
Yeah.
Like I said, we talking about uniforms right now. Somebody please grab a mic and tell us how dumb we is, how we need to wear these all maroons, or how we need to wear, the what y'all say we need to wear them throwbacks because they're gonna make us play like we did in '99. They not, but I want somebody to come in here and tell me how.
Man, don't nobody got no issues with them uniforms. They just lose. They just be
Nah,
losing.
man, they look like some Arena League shit. I hate them stripes, man. Even when we won some games, I just don't like them. They look tacky. The collar's fucked up. They look like something Pete Morris designed, if we're being honest. I guarantee it.
Man, how Pete
Shout out,
Morris catching strays? He ain't even
shout
here.
out Pete
Man,
Morris. Pete
ain't nothing
Morris
wrong with
still
them
catching
shits.
strays, man. That's wild.
Yeah, that's some
Yeah,
Pete
Pete Morris
Morris
catching
shit.
strays. That man is in Montana eating bison burgers right now for the 4th of July and
It's
catching
like he be a
strays from Joe
Khalif
Riders
Race.
Under season bison burgers.
It's
Yeah,
felt
with
like he
ketchup
be
don't
a
on
ever
it.
let
Khalifa
Pete Morris
tweets.
cook again, because we done seen the uniforms he designed. They're terrible.
No, he cooking for himself. He can
He at Culver's.
undercook and underseason all the food he
He's
wants.
eating at Culver's. He's eating fucking cheese curds right now, man.
Somebody need to get Clark in here before we talking about these uniforms. That's who we need in here. Clark,
Yeah.
are you on your job? What's going on, man, with these
Okay.
uniforms? We need to know. We're trying to get back to the status we need to get to, and the uniforms is holding us back. Why we can't wear the black? Why we can't wear the black Hokie Stone jerseys?
Hey,
The
I don't
black
even
joint.
like
I
them.
know we
The
I
have
don't
Hokie
even like
Stone
them,
I know
joint.
we have the Hokie
but
Stone
they
ones in
like
the
them.
locker. We have a full set. I know that for a fact.
Why
Yeah,
we can't wear them?
We should. I don't know why.
I want them. I want them Nike Pro Combat Blacks brought out. Somebody was on the timeline trashing them the other day. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's like one of the most fire
They
dunks
ain't
we
gonna,
had.
Yeah.
Why can't we
they ain't
fucking
gonna bring them out.
just request from Nike to get those back just for one game? Like I don't understand. They said it's a one-time limited edition. Motherfucker, just do it again one time. It's not impossible.
Yeah, I mean, if you Alabama and you tell somebody that you want to wear them jerseys, they probably will do it. But like I said, we ain't in the
They got the
we ain't in the
trophy.
demanding position right
All
now.
right, JT, about the
Hey,
black Hokie Stone jerseys. As soon as Drone starts, if he starts at halftime one game, they need to switch jerseys. Drone's in a black Hokie Stone jersey. We're winning whatever fucking game we're playing.
Dustin, this Dusty.
Yeah,
Where you from, man?
West Virginia.
I knew you was from West Virginia. How you came in and said black?
Hey,
I fucking knew it. You popped in this motherfucker. You said JT black. I said, yep. That's Princeton, West Virginia, written all
no,
over
I'm a little farther, but I was closer to Blacksburg than Morgantown. Fuck them boys.
it. All right, shout out Dusty, man. He said, fuck West Virginia.
Morgantown.
He said,
Touch,
fuck them people.
Touchdown City.
And let me while we on this now, we gonna get back on task. But I do want to say this while I got some people in here. I see y'all on here arguing with these West Virginia fans, and then y'all be going stop doing that goofy ass shit. Well, y'all go, man, we beat y'all in 2010. They done beat our ass the last time we played them. They done beat our ass the last 2 times we played them. Stop fucking with them people. Leave them alone.
Nah, fuck. Nah. You out
Stop
of
fucking
you
with
out of
them people.
bounds. You
Ah
out of
shit.
bounds on this one. You out of
Stop
bounds on
fucking
this
with
one,
them people,
Chief.
man.
You out of
Stop
bounds
fucking
on
with
this
them
one,
people
Chief.
talking about them old games. I
You
mean,
out
you
of
can fuck
pocket
with
on
them and you can fuck with them and tell them they ugly. I don't care about that, but stop talking about them old ass games. What you got to say
Nah,
about what you got to say about that, Vito?
nah. Whatever slander we got to use on them people, use them, man. Nah, man. We got to use whatever slander we got. Lord knows, bro. We got
What
to get
you
at them
what
people.
what you got against the West Virginia folks, man?
Just fuck them. They're the top out.
So
They
they worse
top
than
out.
UV. They worse than UVA.
Without a question. You ask anybody in here that. Without a
They worse.
question.
They worse than it. So everybody is West Virginia worse than any other. Like that's our top op.
West Virginia, the top out easily.
Yeah. Yeah, and I came in as a fan, and we never even played West Virginia. And then when we started playing, and I was like, why the fuck y'all hate West Virginia so much? For years. Like, why the fuck y'all hate them? And we fucking started playing them, and then they started talking. I fucking can't stand them. I can't say they're worse than UVA, easily.
Oh yeah, I already knew that. I just wanted to hear what y'all had to say. I wanted
Nah,
Vito to
that's the
get.
real
I wanted.
rivalry.
I wanted Vito to give us a story about when he went to the West Virginia game, but he gonna hold
Nah,
out
I
until.
told that story. I told that story where they threw that Bud Light aluminum bottle at me. I told that story before. They know this story.
Hit
It
him
was
with
some
the tried to hit him with the
oh
aluminum bottle.
tried to hit me with the aluminum bottle, man.
Mm, mm, mm.
Just talking crazy. I was sitting in the little West Virginia section, but it ain't even that. It's just West Virginia, period, man. They the top op, bro. I feel like Hokie fans try to manufacture the other rivalries. Like UNC don't care about us. Miami don't care about us. UVA don't care about the sport. It's West Virginia, man. It's West Virginia, man.
Now back on Q. We got that out of the way. The West Virginia hate is real. Back on Q for what we talking about. I know Joe Rogers gonna want to chime in on this one. One of the other things that we hit on, and again, if y'all have something that y'all think Virginia Tech needs to do to get back to powerhouse status or get to powerhouse status, please chime in. But one of the things we hit on was administration. Do y'all think with the administration we have, we can get there? Do they need to clean house? What needs to happen with the administration for our football team to rise?
The floor is yours, Joe.
They got to get rid of John Boleyn, man. You got to get rid of the Boleyn crime family. Get rid of the nepotism. Bring in some new blood. And get some damn LED lights, baby. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there.
So the LED lights is gonna help us they're gonna help us win right there.
They just might. You might fucking flicker them shits on third down or in the third quarter when you really need that energy, man. But no, I really think it's the old heads like John Boleyn that still think it's 1994 that got to go. Like, that's the big problem to me. They don't really understand how the game works now. The game passes everybody by. Doesn't matter what sport you're in, what game, but his time's gone.
I do agree. I do agree with that. When you say the game passes people by, sometimes you got to get the old heads out of there. But y'all do got to understand, we live in America. We ain't gonna talk too much politics, but politicians be in that motherfucker for 50, 60 years. So, hey, these
They
people
ain't
that's
no
at the
good
head of the
either.
football stuff, if these people that's at the head of the football positions, they like, hey, if we got the president in there and that motherfucker falling over, then I'm gonna fall over in this bitch. I mean, that's just how I feel they living.
Yeah, I think Tim Sands, he's holding us back. And then we got Brad and Chad in there too. Whichever one of them was responsible for the orange smoke that got everybody sick. Fuck him.
There was some orange smoke that got everybody sick.
Yeah, a few years ago, I can't remember if it was Brad or Evan. I call him Chad, so I can call him Brad and Chad. But it was one of them dumbasses. They got to go too.
So Joe Rogers' analysis is whoever releasing orange smoke that's getting folks sick, who dropping stink bombs, you got to get out of here.
Yeah, they was doing that during the Sandman Jones. I ain't know what was going on when I saw that.
Yeah, Smokegate. One of them's responsible for Smokegate.
And we don't had a lot of gates going on, man. We got to get on the top of some of these. We had the smoke gate that messed us up. We had the elevator gate. Hey, we got too many gates going on. Shoot.
Turkey Bacon Gate.
Yeah, yeah,
Clemson
we
Gate,
had that.
in general. Baylor
We
Gate.
got to get. I think we had the gay gate or whatever happened. Whatever. We had Darius Smith up there doing his thing. Like, we done had a lot of gates going on, man. We got to get on top of some of this stuff.
Oh, Dickie Stands account Gate.
Yeah.
That was Quest.
Quest Gate.
Shout out Quest, man. Quest, if you're in Portsmouth and you listening, man, if you don't want to hit on this on one of your burner accounts, man, call me. I done called you. I call you 3 times. That's all I give you. I call you 3 times. You don't pick up. I don't call no more. You got to call me. Shout out Quest, man.
Man, shout out to Quest, bro, a real one.
JT, I think the biggest stumbling block that we faced in the last probably 15 or 20 years was maybe something that was addressed a couple of years ago, and that was just the realization that we got to get our checkbook out and really start spending some money to increase the size of our staff and increase the size of our operations so that we really can even start to get somewhere back in the ACC, and that's only in the ACC. If we get anywhere bigger than the ACC, we're going to have to, spend a little bit harder, but that more money will be coming.
Yeah, so I think that's probably what Vito was hitting on earlier. I mean, he can speak for himself, but when he talked about us staying in the ACC, it's like we've been playing catch up trying to compete in the ACC. So I think what we've seen in the last year or maybe 6 months was a uptick in money. So we was able to get a bigger staff, a more cohesive staff, thing like that. So I kind of agree with that. And yeah, if we move to something else, I mean, that pot just has to get bigger and bigger because the more you go against the big boys, the more you're going to have to spend. But again, I'm an outsider just looking in. I live in Alabama. I don't know how the money flows there. I mean, I hear about it sometimes. I kind of see what I can see, but I don't know how the money flows. I don't. Besides me talking about just on the field, I don't really know if Virginia Tech can compete with the good SEC schools. I don't know if we can money wise. I don't know if we can.
Man,
Well,
listen, they
this
got money,
400 million.
man.
Go
They
ahead,
got
Beaver.
money. They got money, man.
Who got
They
money?
got Virginia Tech got money, man. I'll be the one to say it. Listen, they used to Frank Beamer. See, Frank Beamer could do it, and they could still have a vacation out in Barbados and all this, because Frank could do it he could ball on a budget. So what they realized is after Frank, like, oh, that ain't normal how Frank was able to do it on the budget. Them people got money, man.
So you said they got it, they just don't want to turn it loose.
They just ain't used to. They wasn't used to. Oh shit! It costs $100 for a steak. It's like when you married for 30 years and then you start back dating and you realize, damn, a date don't cost $20 no more. Ain't no more drive-in theaters, stuff like that. Ain't no more cute dates. Now you gotta spend $200 on the brunch now, and they still want to eat dinner. Like they just found out that the game didn't change. They got the money, bro. They just realized, like, damn, this shit expensive.
Yeah.
That's all, bro.
We pledged 400 million, and what is that, over 10 years or something like that? All that does is bring us back up to a level that's maybe like almost level with like North Carolina in the ACC. I mean, that's not even a big time school.
Yeah, it puts us like tied for fourth or something, if I remember correctly, when they were rolling out the numbers. They were like, this will put us like right in that top three, top five range of spending when it comes to football overall, athletics overall, but also in particular, like coaching staff was the big one, like money put towards the extra staff off the field and also the assistant pool. So
It all helps.
it definitely helps. I mean, at least you're not, behind the eight ball. You're not working with that, but at the same time, to Vito's point, like they got comfortable for 25 years of winning without having to put a whole lot in there. So it's definitely an adjustment, I think, from a mindset. But I'm with him. The money's there. The money's not a problem. It's getting it out of people's hands and into the program, whether it be NIL, whether it be for facilities, whether it be for general scholarship, whatever it may be.
Yeah, this will probably make a lot of people in here groan, but because the university does have a lot of engineering alumni, engineers are just professional cheapskates. Basically, they try to get by with the least possible, and that's going to be something we always fight. Now that the university's mission and profile is kind of changing to try to bring along more professional graduates. You might see something change with that, but that's like long term. That's 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, we ain't trying to wait no 20, 30 years. They got to come on with it.
Nah,
Y'all better get up there and
we
start.
just need a rich super fan for real. Just like how Miami did. Miami go through the same similar problem because they're a private school and all of that. They got a lot of other stuff going on against them, but they just got these super fans that's celebrities and rappers and all ex players and all that. We just gotta find a super fan with the bag, man. That's it.
Yeah, and I also think you got to have that. We talk about a salesman coach. Like you got to have a coach. You got to have a coach that's a salesman because you got to be able to sell whatever his plan is. All right, this is what I'm gonna do to get us back there. You got to be able to do that. Like the other coaching staff we had just was like, fuck it, we're gonna close everything off. So I think Pry's trying his best to bridge all the gaps as far as, alumni, getting people to give back, going and talking to the right people. Kind of look crazy because I know some people was like when he first came in, he was going on this tour where he was going to meet everybody and talk to everybody. Shit, he was trying to get money. Like he was telling people, hey, if we gonna do anything, we're gonna need you. So yeah, he was showing up at the drill field, or he was showing up at, with the cheerleaders or whatever he had to do. Because I mean, it's just like you put together a PowerPoint presentation for your boss. You say, hey, I think we can make some money. I think we can do this, but it's got to be, this is my business plan. So that's what the coaching staff had to do. That's what Pry had to do. He had to come up with a business plan to get people to open up their wallets. I think we've done it a little bit. I think we're moving in the right direction, but I'd like to see, you know, how this year goes before I say, all right, we are going in the right direction. Like I said, I know we're moving in the right direction, but this year is going to tell a lot about how far we go in the future. Pete, I see you popped in, man. What's going on? How you living?
The good Pete, the other Pete,
Yeah, the good Pete B.
the
The one
one
who
that be
always,
put he be putting
the one,
seasoning on his food and everything.
yeah, the one who started trouble on the timeline, had y'all in the uproar.
Y'all, damn.
Yo,
What up, Pete? How we living?
what's going on, fellas? How you guys doing? I was just listening to y'all. Thanks for doing the space. Uh, Don just said something about a super fan. Um, we kind of have one. He's just not like a celebrity. It's Mahul, man. That guy's been spending tons of money on our program.
Nah, he ain't lit enough.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, what I was just saying is like he is worth a boatload of money, and I'm pretty sure some of this recent recruiting success is falling in line with his wallet and money that's been put towards NIL. That's just like a rumor on the back burner there, but I think we're pushing a little bit more money out there than people think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, again, most of the people in here probably know who he is because of the boards or have seen him. But I think what Don talking about, he trying to see somebody out there like Michael Irvin who coked out. It's on the field. We need to see a sweaty, coked out super fan with a Virginia Tech jersey on that just got big bank.
Yeah.
That's
No,
friends with Rick Ross.
I hear that. I hear that for sure. And the other thing you guys were talking about with the staff getting bigger, and we're finally putting some more money towards that and whatnot. In the ACC, Duke has got almost a 50-person staff. Pitt's got almost a 50-person staff. The teams are starting to learn that they got to do this. And I know we got one of the larger ones in the ACC now in the last 2 years, but it's starting to get around in the conference. So hopefully that'll lead to we saw Duke was better last year. Pitt's been pretty good the last few years. So I think the teams as a whole are getting the picture. Now, not all of them will, but But yeah, it's interesting because we're supposedly raising all this money, and the $400 million pledge that was mentioned and all that kind of stuff. But other schools that aren't doing that much are still putting out staff because you can just go into debt on that stuff. You saw the graphic how all these schools are in debt on their athletic departments, and they just spend the money and then they'll figure it out later.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can spend yourself stupid because you can look at what Maryland, Rutgers, and Oklahoma State plays at a much higher level than they do, but even they've spent Oklahoma State literally has spent like $1 billion in football in the last 20 years, and they still haven't quite broke through.
True.
Can I ask about that shit? When is that even real? Like, what is debt at this point? All these programs are like in crazy debt. And besides us, apparently we're doing pretty good. These schools aren't fucking folding. They're still going. They're still taking tuition. Teachers are still getting paid. Football programs are still going. Like, what is this debt? Is there a day in 2035 where fucking the University of Florida is just gonna collapse? Is that gonna happen? Can someone explain that or not?
I mean, as long as they're making money from their sports programs or they're making money from somewhere, then no, it's gonna take them a longer time to pay some of it back. But if you're spending money and you're not making it, is where you run into the problem. If you got a football team that's supposed to generate money and they keep going 3-8, yeah, it'll be a problem sooner or later. And
It's
it's
just gonna
not
be like
that you may
Clemson and cut.
fold, but it may be like you're not gonna have the money to get the coach that you need to get you to the next level. Shit like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're just gonna be like Clemson and cut some athletic programs if they get into a spot where they're not pulling in enough revenue anymore.
Shit, Colorado AD said we don't got the money for Dion and still had him.
Yeah, he definitely said it. We ain't got the money. We hired him anyway. Hope it work out for him. That's hey, that's putting it on the table right there. Hey, you gotta go win quick. You gotta sell out every game. We need you to sell them out. We need you to sell the bill and liquor and we need to get all the extra games we can. We need to make some money so we can pay you.
And they packed
I
out that
like that
spring
though.
game in the snow.
Pack the spring game out
I
In the
like that
snow.
though, man. That
in the
AD's
snow.
letting his nuts hang. He's just letting that
They
shit
didn't want to
fly.
fuck it.
Whit would
Yeah,
That's
that's
never do
real.
that,
why
man.
That's
Whit
some
has
real G
sex with his
shit.
socks on. He would never do that.
I don't know what that man doing his bed, but yeah.
He said he had sex with his socks on. Now, Dad, I knew you was coming around. I ain't know where you was at, but I knew you was gonna be. You might have been at work. How you living, man?
Man, I'm good. I ain't at work, but I'm good.
Well, you not doing no work, man.
Nah, not right now. No.
You chilling. We got a
Is
couple
he?
of ladies in the building. We like to hear from our women of Hokey Twitter. If y'all feel like y'all want to get on and say anything, give us a little bit of tidbits of what you're feeling, how you thinking the state of the program is. We love to hear from you.
I ain't
Chris, I
no
see you in
women
the
getting
building.
on mic with Ricky in the fucking space. Ain't nobody fooling with him. Ain't no
Man, they
women
don't like
getting
Ricky.
on. Ain't no women getting on mic with Ricky on mic too. That is not happening.
Yeah.
Lazy.
I hope that
Ricky the
happens.
problem?
I hope that happens. Get on the
Have
mic.
you read Ricky's
Get on the mic
timeline?
right now.
No, I don't be looking at Ricky like that, man. What he be doing?
Bro, Ricky said women belong in the kitchen. Like he on that type.
Oh, Ricky.
He
I
on the
never said
90s.
that. That is
He on
too
the
far.
93 vibes.
No,
He
that
on
is
the
too
Oh,
far.
93
I am a
Ricky.
vibes.
feminist. Stop. I am for women empowerment. I'm trying to help women. They're just dumb and don't listen sometimes. That's my only problem with them. I'm
Okay.
trying to teach.
Hold on for a minute. You finna get muted because you was doing good and then you went left on me.
He didn't go left. He went Ricky. That's what he do.
Ricky,
Bro,
what's
Ricky.
your background? You Mexican, Puerto Rican, what you is?
What? How do you not know? We don't. Are you
I
serious?
want you to say it.
You call me a friend? This is a friend
What
of mine, guys.
what are you?
I'm
Guatemalan?
Mexican and Ecuadorian.
Why y'all be so hostile to y'all women and y'all be getting them pregnant a whole bunch?
Hostile.
Yeah, man. The
I'm
Mexican
a
dudes here
loving
be
man.
the
I
Mexican dudes
love
here be
women.
crazy over their women, man. Like they be going nuts over the women, and
No,
then they stay pregnant. Y'all keep them pregnant for like 10 years.
We love
Is
our
y'all
keep
doing
women.
that
I
so the
love
black men
women.
don't want them? We still a get them.
I am here to help women.
I
My
don't know
tweets
what's
are
going on
horrible.
with you, Ricky. You got to come to Alabama for a little bit, man. You talking crazy. I didn't know you. I didn't know you was on that stuff. I'm gonna have to go look at your timeline. Speaking of your timeline,
It is
and we're gonna
laughing.
get back on. We're gonna get back on
Okay.
cue,
All
everybody.
right. All
We
right.
are recording. But Ricky, I don't know what you got going on your timeline, but a dude said he got your name and number and your address. I'm just saying, man. We ain't got to talk about all of it here, but I'm just saying. The
Nah.
man
We
said I
gonna
got your
focus on.
name, your number, your address. Leave them folks alone, man.
Me, bro. Okay.
Hey, you in a post-Trump world. You better leave these people alone.
I'm not doing shit to nobody. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
you
shit to
is.
nobody, bro. What was I gonna say? Yeah. If this wasn't Boundary Corner podcast, I would go off and talk about it. But I'm not trying to ruin your shit.
Yeah, yeah. We don't want you to go off and talk about it. You said enough when you said what you said about women. You say
What?
something else, we're gonna mute you. Clark, we see you in the building, man. We was talking about uniforms earlier. You should have been here. We'll circle back around if we need to. We need to know what's up, man. Why is y'all hiding the Hokie Strong uniform? Man, put them shits out on a Saturday. Let's go out there and play.
Put them shits out there. Stop bullshitting with yourselves.
Brian, what else we had? What else points we had? I've been pulling it up, but I done got lazy. What else points we hit on?
ESPN layoffs.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like you hit the nail on the head again, dog. Hey, listen, Don V has been on it, man. I don't know if y'all follow. I think everybody in here probably followed Don. He came through earlier with the with the been dating, you've been married for 30 years. Like that's a great way to put it of what our uppers look like. You've been married for 30 years now. You got to start back dating. You don't know what to do. That was perfect. But I think he hit the. I think it was Dunn, and maybe B Fish was talking about the ESPN layoffs. Don't nobody get on ESPN to hear what nobody talking about on there. If you hear anything, it's because you went to YouTube and you got a clip and somebody put it on Twitter. Ain't nobody going to watch these fucking shows. They don't want to pay these people millions of dollars just for nothing. So they better get with them some content creators and form a TikTok. They better get
That's
with
what.
Ricky.
That's pretty much what they're gonna do in the next coming years. Like the influencers, the IG people, the TikTokers, they gonna be on ESPN, bro. But that whole just getting a former athlete, we gonna give you $3 million to just that's over with. It's been over with.
Tally, do not send them to Ricky. That man will give them 2 fucking episodes and he's out.
Dan is just a hater. He's my number one hater. I want everybody in this space to realize that Dan Poltz
Oh,
is my
oh
is my
yeah,
main
no,
hater.
we got the paperwork back on that. No, we got the paperwork on that.
Oh, what I was gonna say about ESPN real quick. I don't know if y'all remember when the kneeling started happening and ESPN started supporting that, and there was like right wingers saying that like, oh, we don't want to watch ESPN anymore because of that. It's like, no, you guys still watch ESPN live football, live basketball. You guys will still watch that. No one, that's not gonna stop. People don't watch ESPN no more because all that shit's on YouTube and Twitter, like y'all said. So, just want to say that.
I mean, don't we got enough shows that air back to back to back to back where it's just like three old
Mm-hmm.
heads yelling at each other?
Yeah, you talk
Like,
about this. They talk about the same thing.
Right.
They talking about when Tom Brady gonna retire and him kissing his kids in the mouth, and why LeBron ain't cheated on his wife in 30 years. Like that's the only thing they talk about.
That's
When the
all they
Lakers
talk
gonna
about.
be good again? Why LeBron ain't cheating on his wife and Tom Brady tonguing his kids down? That's all I'm
But
talking. That's all I see.
Right.
but if I do want to watch that or listen to that, I can listen to that anytime I fucking want to on a random YouTube channel or a podcast. That's what ESPN. It just
Yeah,
don't.
or the young people, you're gonna go to TikTok. They're gonna give it to you in a 30-minute clip, and you good to go. I mean, a 30-second clip.
Yep.
You get what you need, and you're done. Like
That my
nobody trying to watch no show for 2 hours to get to the meat. It's
my
all about the
Pause.
click.
don't
It's
last.
all about the quick clicks.
What you say, Juliet?
My attention span doesn't last long enough to watch a 2 hour talk show.
See, hey, there you go. I don't know Juliet's age. I'm not gonna ask her age, but she's probably one of our younger fans in here. And you heard what she said. Her attention span ain't long enough. That's why TikTok is so big. Give it to them in 30 seconds. That's all you gonna. Hey, that's all you getting as far as them clips go. And she a reporter too. She a reporter and she listening to no
ESPN
reporting.
better ESPN better hire me to make them content on TikTok.
I lose brain cells every time Ricky speaks.
Oh shit.
I don't even know who that is.
That's Lance Weller, your buddy.
That's Lance. That's Lance, Mo.
Who?
That's Lance.
Oh, fucking what's his name? What's his name?
His name is
Fuck.
Lance. His name is Lance Weller.
Caleb's boy.
Example,
Caleb's
losing
boy,
brain
my bad.
cells.
Caleb's boy. Fucking.
Man, Ricky on hard drugs.
Who's the other dude? Oh, Patrick's older brother or little brother.
Yeah.
His little brother. My fault.
Hey, shout out to Patrick Weller, bro.
Shout out to Patrick fucking Weller, OG, a legend, TP legend.
It's a TP2 reunion right now. What are we doing?
It is, bro.
This is a TP1 reunion.
I was say I think this was one.
I forgot. Yeah, Wellers didn't make it to TP2, did they?
Yeah,
No,
Weller said they was gonna team up with
minor
JK and got
blackball.
away.
Minor blackball them boys, man.
Hey, Lance, where's your big brother at?
It's my little brother, and he's at South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Tell him I said what's up.
He just said he lose brain cells when he hear you talk. Now you want to chill with his brother? Bro,
Yeah,
Mexicans, y'all be weird, man.
His big brother is cool, bro. I like him. I like his big brother.
He just said it's his little brother.
That's his little brother.
Oh my god, you guys are fucking slow.
Hey, man.
Y'all ain't picking up what Ricky putting down, man. What's the next topic?
We've been hitting topics, man. We just in here. Oh, go ahead.
Can we just talk about weddings in the fall? Because I saw a tweet about somebody watching the Virginia Tech Ohio State game at the wedding, and that was literally me. I went to my cousin's wedding in 2015, and it was literally the same weekend that Virginia Tech played Ohio State. And I really would love to have a fall wedding, but honestly, I don't think I can because I can't put somebody else through that. Like, I really wanted to watch the game, and instead I was at a wedding, and it was honestly just really depressing.
Well, 2015, you ain't missed nothing. In 2015, you ain't missed nothing. All you missed with that Braxton Miller spin move.
I think I watched it on the drive back home, and that was the year that Adolphus Washington killed Michael Brewer. Because we were up. We should have won that game. But Adolphus Washington killed Michael Brewer. Knocked him out of the game for the rest of the year.
Michael Brewer killed Michael Brewer. Talking shit at halftime.
Oh, well, that's
He said, oh yeah, you missed that when you was at the wedding. Michael Brewer said at halftime, they got to hit me harder than that. Okay. We got something for your silly ass.
We got
Whatever he
JK.
said.
We got JK Shields done popped up in the building. I thought this man was off Twitter.
I thought we blackballed JK.
JK
No, I'm
is
right here.
JK.
We're on.
We know we on JK. How you living, man?
I'm living better than anybody in this thing right now. I'm down here at the beach until Sunday. Might not ever come back.
You say you living better than anybody in here? JK, listen.
I'm down here in Nags Head for the week, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah. You did say that, but you said I'm living better than anybody in here. Now let me ask you something. I heard you was talking on. I think it might have been on Don's space when I went back and listened to it. And Don said, "How the women down there where you at?" He said, "Oh, ain't no women around me. So if you ain't got no women around you, you ain't living better than some of us."
I say that we were around some last night. A girl I went to high school with,
Oh,
her family's down here too.
Just
We were
saying,
partying at their
I'm just
house.
saying what you put on wax, man. You said you ain't got no women around you.
There's a lot of self-deprecating jokes on my behalf, which I do a lot to myself. I find it funny.
Well, hey, if you can't get no women, get some men. You get whatever you like, man. We ain't judging here.
You're gonna be in Outer Banks. You gotta get fucking something
here.
You got to get something. You out there on the beach. I heard you say you had your shirt off. You ain't had no shoes on.
I haven't had my shirt on all week.
Put your dick in something, man. Put it in a beehive if you got to. It help it swell up.
He said we got one. Holy smokes, y'all freaky.
Never heard of fucking a beehive
Yeah,
before.
Tally's.
That's some
I'm from
JK.
Alabama, man. We see all kind of stuff down
That's
here.
some Alabama shit. I was about to say that.
You say you want that thing to get bigger, put it in a beehive. I promise you it'll get bigger.
Put it in a
Anyway,
Tally's
birdhouse.
going off the
yeah,
rails.
next thing we talking about. We're gonna get back to what y'all talk about. We're gonna talk about what I want to talk about right now. One of the other things we hit on, we talked about the reputation of Virginia Tech. For us to get, where we want to be as far as a football team, as a football program, excuse me, our reputation. Some people still call us DBU. I don't know if y'all do, if y'all believe that. I
Nah,
do
that shit
believe,
dead.
I do believe that um, the NFL and some of the other teams do look at us as a school that produces good DBs. I think that's how Caleb Farley got to the NFL. I mean, that's just, or got
Mhm.
drafted as high as he did. Excuse me. I think if he'd have went to another school, even another ACC school, I don't think he gets drafted that high. Virginia Tech has just been known to put defensive backs in the league and them be productive. So I feel like with the coaching staff that we have, or any coaching staff that we have, you got to play on that. I ain't saying that we DBU, but if I'm a coach or if I'm on that staff, I'm definitely gonna play up to it. I'm definitely gonna go and grab whoever I can grab to uh, light the fires and sound the sirens to say we DBU to get the next crop of DBs that we got. So reputation is a big thing that I think would help us. Number one, living up to our reputation as far as Lane Stadium being scary, having that defense, whatever you want to put it. You are just who you. I feel like in football, you are who you are. I feel like Fuente wanted to come in and change it. Us as fans, we wanted things to change. Man, we always got a good defense, man. We need offense. Yeah, you do need offense, but I just think we're a defensive. I think we're a defensive team. I think we got to play into that. So I'm hoping that that's what Pryor and his staff is able to do. I feel like that's what he was brought in to do. So we'll see. What y'all got to say?
Nah, you right. Perception is everything, and especially in a sport like college football, where like you get into the playoffs literally because of your perception. You can go undefeated, and the media can just decide y'all some shit. We ain't fucking with y'all, and you don't get into the playoffs. It's a perception sport. Like it means everything. Um, so living up to what we perceive Virginia Tech to be is very very important.
Yeah, what I would say was that we just got to get known for something other than Enter Sandman, and I'm not trying to trigger Tally right now with that, but
Please,
it
God,
No, you speaking facts right now. Let's
yeah,
go.
it
please,
Yeah,
That's
yes.
I'll
facts.
piggyback on that
you
too.
look at Twitter, we see it every 3 weeks. The shaken, horrible video from the UNC game. Everyone's like, "Oh, college football is almost back." No one even talks about that win, even though that was one of the few games where we had a good Enter Sandman and we actually won. Our
Yeah,
home field has been
yep.
trash the last.
Yeah, I never want to see those videos from like Notre Dame 2018 or 21 or Ohio State. Any of those years we go out there, have a sick entrance, and get our fucking ass whipped. It doesn't do it for
Exactly.
me.
Exactly. We need to
It,
start winning at home, using that energy and actually having it follow through. Once we get back to that and people are actually scared to come to Tech and play that good defense Tally's talking about, then we will start to feel like we're
yeah.
back.
I'm actually boycotting it this year. I decided home games. I'm not going in for the insurance because I'm tired. I don't get excited for it anymore because I'm too used to going in, seeing us get our ass kicked or whatever after it. So I walk in halfway through the first quarter. I'm boycotting it until I decide that we're good enough to have a cool insurance again.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. JK, you gonna boycott the beginning of the game. You boycotted the spring game.
I did. I did not go into the spring game.
Yeah, I know. I seen you. You said you wasn't going. You didn't go. You was up there, but you didn't
Well,
go
I
in.
know a lot of people said I was going to actually go into the game, and I was dead serious. So now people are saying the same thing about this insurance. I said, no, I'm telling you, I'm not going in for it at all this year.
And you're a season ticket holder.
I am, yeah. I'll be up there. I'll still be in the tailgate lot until when I decide to go in the first quarter. That's how I'm doing it this year.
Okay.
JK Shields,
Okay.
your neighborhood insurance guy.
I mean,
Shout
but
out to
what is that?
JK,
What
man.
is
Hey,
that
we'll,
salt
we'll,
if
have,
you
we'll, have
don't
the deep,
go
we'll
in
have the
for
deep fryer
Sandman?
out there in the lot. We'll have everything ready to go. You might as well hang out at my tailgate instead of going in, watching the entrance and seeing us get blown out yet again.
But you ain't gonna have no bitches around, bro. Like ain't nobody trying. No, bro.
I don't know about that. We'll
That's
see.
I ain't about to share no women with you, bro. That's dead. That's all the way dead. I'd rather go watch
You,
Sandman, bro.
yeah, if you want some good fried food or anything
I
else,
want
slide on by.
women, bro. Y'all sharing. No.
JK, what beat you at?
Nags
You at
Head.
Outer Banks?
Yeah.
In Outer Banks.
I didn't even know Outer Banks was a real place till Vito told me like earlier this week. I thought it was a
Oh no,
TV
it's a
show.
real place. It's too real. Yeah.
It
Is it,
goes down in the Outer Banks. You hear me?
is it fine women down there, JK?
Yeah, there is actually. Yeah, saw a few out at some bars this week when we were out. Let's see. I'll be here till Sunday, so maybe hopefully make something happen there. I don't know yet. Today's been kind of a chill day.
Yeah.
I went a little too hard the previous 2 days, but we're still alive.
Yeah, you got to get them right, JK. That means you don't like none of the folks from West Virginia, right?
South. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not a big fan of. Again, we'll get my mouth running too much about that, but yeah.
My boy JK.
How many games you going to at Holland Springs this year, JK?
I might go to a couple. I don't know. Go watch Nova Jenkins just committed there. I think might get a couple more guys this summer.
Yeah, when I say you at the spring game, you was with the Holland Spring kid and his pops, right? Or they were
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
yes, sir. Yep.
That's your buddy?
Yeah, yeah. I've been hanging out with his dad some when I go to games there and whatnot. They're cool people.
Yeah, it seemed like he was a cool dude, man. He was like, yeah, I'm with, because he came through and he was just standing there. And I was like, hey, man, you need to get by. He's like, nah, I'm with JK. I said, okay, JK, I see you, man.
Oh yeah.
Jake, yeah. He told me he was with JK. I said, man, JK is down with the Brown.
JK runs an 804, man.
JK with the 804.
Man, JK ain't running nothing sharing women out here, bro. He could have kept that information. You can't
You
be
ain't
out
gonna
here
let him live
sharing
that
them, my
down.
boy.
Who's going to the Syracuse game? Is anybody going to be there on the Thursday night? Holy.
Nah,
Nah,
absolutely
we ain't
not.
going on Syracuse game.
I'll
Hell
be at
no.
Purdue.
You try to do
Man,
Purdue and
Yeah,
Louisville this year
what's
for
I'm
the
me.
game?
pulling up. I'm pulling up to the UVA. I'm pulling up to the UVA game.
Okay. Okay, I was just curious. Yeah, like what's the go-to game? The home schedule, obviously, it's been talked about. It's weak, but like, what is the game that anyone should try to target?
ODU
It's got to
game. It's
be
gonna be a beach party up there before the game.
None of
That's what
them
I'm thinking.
shits.
Purdue is about as good as we're gonna get. I feel like.
That's crazy.
I'm
I
going to
need
break some
y'all
records the
athletic. I
ODU
need y'all
weekends.
athletic director to be a man and start scheduling people again. Cause what the fuck is that schedule?
No. I'll let him schedule. I wish he'll schedule all. I wish he'll schedule Jacksonville State every week. We need to win.
Shout out to Jacksonville State. Ain't they up in FBS
We
now?
wouldn't beat them right now.
Oh shit! Here we go. You don't think so?
Fuck no.
How
Wouldn't
you
beat them,
know?
man. Jack State's good, man. Have
Yeah,
been the
that's
last
my
few
alma
years. I
mater. I
don't
know
care. I
about
don't care if
Jacksonville
they're
State.
FCS. They're good.
Yeah, I know about Jacksonville State. That's
Are
my
you
that's my
talking
alma
Jack
mater. But
State or the
I think
one?
we'll beat them.
No, Jacksonville State. That's different from Dion's school.
Yeah.
Jacksonville
That's,
State is in Alabama.
yeah. Okay.
Well,
That's
we would have had a tough time at Jackson State too, probably this past year at least.
What we gonna do this year, JK? Since we got you here,
I think we'll win.
Keegan, shut
I
up,
think we'll
dude.
be lucky to
Keegan,
win.
shut
I
up.
think we're gonna be lucky to win
Shut
4 games. I got us going 4-8.
JK say we going
Shut
four and
up,
eight.
Keegan. Somebody cut Keegan off. That's ridiculous. Tell him, yeah, cut off his
Man, fuck
mic.
off, Lance. Lance got so many bets of me on this season. He's gonna be owing me all kinds of money by the time the year's over.
What you think, then, Lance? Since you betting JK, what you think we gonna do this year?
I think we wouldn't struggle with Jacksonville State. That's a ridiculous comment.
Lance,
Google
and
him,
then
dude.
he
It'd be
called you.
good.
Then
Google
he
them right
called you
now.
by your
They got
real
better
name. He
players on
called
their
you
roster
Keegan.
than us.
if you think 4-8, that would essentially mean we're no better than this year because we didn't play a full season last year and we probably could have
Right.
gone
We're not
4-8.
really. Yeah, we're not really going to be better
Not
this year.
you don't
So
think
yeah,
DB is better? You don't think the
You don't think we got better? You don't
you
think our
don't
wide
think the
receiver
running
room
backs
got
are
better?
better?
we got one better receiver. I don't like the other additions we got besides Allie Jennings.
I think you could make the argument we're
So
better at
Alex,
almost every position except for O-line and maybe I don't know, tight end. I don't know. I think we're better at a lot of the positions.
D line scares the shit out of me though. Still, that's the biggest weakness I see in this team. I think it's going to bite us in the ass all
But
year.
you lost
I like this D line better than
Gardner.
last year. I mean, I'll take the
And
Powell
when I say
over
for the
Gardner,
record, when
but
I say D line, I mean the interior more than anything. At least bringing
I
in
mean
Powell,
that's
that's a
essentially
good
running
addition.
back. I
But
mean,
yeah,
it shouldn't be any worse than last year. They're running it back.
right? They got the
yeah,
same people.
but it's still an FCS size defensive line. Like those guys, they're undersized and they're honestly just not that good either. I mean,
They're also one player deep at like every
Well,
position.
that's the problem.
right, and one of their backups is a kid from France that weighs like 260 pounds as a defensive tackle. I mean, that's bullshit. The guy shouldn't even be playing for us.
So we got the same D line that we had last year, or mainly the
You gotta
same
make
line.
sure none of these players' daddies in here, bro, because you had people on your head top last year, bro.
I know. Yeah, we're not going to have that happen again.
Actually, you had people on my head top, and I had to explain your shit.
I got it all to blow over though. It was all good.
Do you
We
think
had daddies. Go
I
ahead.
owned. Hey, I owned up to it though. I mean, I went out and I made it right, so it's okay.
Or you caught the plea.
I talked to the person who was upset about it, and we were good after we had a little conversation.
Oh, that's good. You caught
We
that
got Trey
plea.
Turner. We got Trey Turner in the building, giving all y'all niggas a thumbs down, back to back.
Nah, he
He
thumbing JK down. He ain't thumbing
he
everybody else.
thumbing everybody down.
He thumbed JK down. JK said he said 100. He thumbing JK down. He talking about that.
what are the
JK said we going 4-8. I can say I don't agree with a lot of stuff JK say. He talk a lot of stupid shit. But he hit us last year. What you said? We said 3 last year,
He
JK?
said
I
he
said
said
3
4
and
and
9.
8.
No, I think I said 3 and 9. We
Bro, I got
started
the
out
paper.
4
You
and
was on
8,
the
but then
pod, bro. You said
yeah,
4 and 8.
I know it is, but bright before the ODU game the week before, I changed my mind and said we're going to lose that game, so I dropped
We
it to
ain't
the
had,
under
Keegan
3 and 9.
but
actually
we
thinks we're
got you.
going
We got
2-10 this year. So
I could see 2 and 10. Yeah, I easily could.
Damn,
y'all
now we going 2-10?
Now we
We
going
dropped
2
from
and
4 and
10.
8 to 2-10 that
I mean,
quick?
we're going somewhere in that range. Yeah, I think we'll be lucky to win 4.
So if we win 5, is you gonna eat a pine cone?
I got a bet with one of my friend's uncles I made down here at the beach where I believe if I win the under at 4, I win $3,000. If I lose, I have to do something. It's to be determined. I don't know what it's going to be yet. We're working that
If
out.
you lose, can you give me $3,000?
No.
Damn, man.
Focus.
You out there out of banks. You got the money.
Even the
My grandparents
OBX.
paid for this vacation, not me.
Well, your grandparents got the money. Steal it out of their safe. Shit, they ain't gonna miss it.
I mean, they're 90 some years old, so yeah, they're going soon
Oh man, he
anyways.
mooching off the old people. They got dementia. He taking money
Oh,
from 'em.
man. I should
JK
have
in the
knew that shit
building.
was funny. He been out there for 2 weeks. I should have known that shit was funny.
Cold
Oh
world.
yeah. Said he been down there for 2 weeks. I
Well,
said
I've
we
been
gonna win
between
6.
here and Virginia Beach. Yeah, did a little cobia fishing at Virginia Beach last weekend, and then followed it up being down here for a week.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
My boy JK ain't doing no work. He celebrating Juneteenth all June and July.
Damn right. Shout
I'm
out
getting
to
paid to be
JK.
down here though.
Shout
So.
out to JK celebrating
JK, you
Juneteenth.
got a Salt Life sticker yet? I know you got one. You've been
No,
down there for 5 days.
I actually don't. I'm going to talk about that. I'm not a big fan of that. If people having the Salt Life sticker in their car or truck, and they've probably never put a fishing pole in the water at the beach before in their entire life. So, no, I'm all against that. Unless you actually do fish, then you can do it. But I would say 90% of those people who have those stickers do not.
Like he said, no posers.
100% of those
So you
people look
saying
stupid, so it's all good. I mean, the Salt Life sticker is like the lamest fucking thing.
But I actually fish, and I still wouldn't even put one on.
Man, y'all shitting on Salt Life people. Listen, shout out to all the Salt Life people, man. Going down to the OBX.
Pete, what game you going to?
I'm definitely going to Rutgers because I live in New Jersey, and Pat and Billy are going to be up here, and I think they're doing a big Suns thing. And so if people are up on the East Coast or live in Philly or Jersey or whatever, you got to come to that game because it's going to be a blast. I think it's going to be full of Hokies. But with regard to Blacksburg, I'm trying to make the week before UVA. I forget what game that is. It's like 11/18, I want to say, but that's when I'm going to be down.
Okay. Is that the real Dex that's in the chat? Dex, Dex, if it's really you, let me get an emoji, bro. If you the real Dex, if you a fake Dex, y'all got any more topics?
That's it. We want to hear the topics from y'all. That's all the topics we got.
Oh, it's silly time.
Hey, that's what we've been on.
I never
Man,
said
Cam
that.
Cobb, how you living, man? What my boy Cam doing, man? How you living, Cam? Get on the
Man,
mic, man.
Grab the
Get on the
man,
mic,
mic and
Cam,
Cam.
tell me
Don't
what you
let
feel
Cam
about
Cobb
JC.
out.
hey,
Something like that.
Cam from New Kent. Shout out to everybody in New Kent, man.
I don't even know what's New Kent. What's in New Kent? They make sausages there
What
too.
we talking about?
Eh, they make sausages.
Yeah, that's Smithville. Then we talked about Smithville.
Nah, New Kent is in between Richmond and 757. It's in the middle of both,
It's
going
sports
up I
racing and
64.
wineries and nothing else.
Yeah, we got some wineries and some golf courses, but
Is that Cam talking?
yeah. What's up, JT? How
Yeah,
we doing?
Man, you sound like JK, man. You rich too. God damn.
Me?
Yeah, they just said you just got on the mic and said we got some wineries here. You might as well go to
Don't mean I go to
OBX
them, but
too.
they there.
Cam, how you feeling about the recruiting, man? I ain't got to talk to you in a while.
Man, they proved me wrong so far. I mean, they've been doing well. Tomorrow's a big day. What's it, next Thursday? We got some big things coming. Hopefully they pull it out, but they're doing all right so far. Can't complain. Got to win on Saturdays though to keep them.
Yep, I agree. I ain't gonna say they proved you wrong because when I talked to you, it was never like you wasn't on the JK shit. You wasn't on the everybody suck. It's all this. I mean, you just were stating your opinion and you said, hey, they got to do this better. We got to get in the portal better. But I feel like a lot of the stuff that you said again when I talked to you, it was addressed with some of the stuff that the coaching staff done. So that's the only reason I asked you how you were feeling about it. Not to say they proved you wrong or nothing, because like I said, most of the stuff when me and you had debate, she was I mean, you was pretty spot on what you was talking about. But I just feel like now I guess they done kind of hit on a couple of them things. But I agree with you. They got to win to keep the momentum going. Because if we do the JK record, it's gonna get ugly. I don't think nobody gonna want no 2-10.
Yeah, I
man,
mean,
Jake. Man, I don't want to
JK,
hear it, bro.
God dog, they say you're a
JK said
vampire.
needs some money on my insurance. So
He got to find a shady tree somewhere, bro. He can't even be out in the sun more than 4 hours before he starts sizzling up. I don't want to hear that.
Justin, you want the mic?
Yeah, I'm back in the basement now. I was outside. I was taking photos of fireflies. I was setting up. My question for the Hokies in here is, how would they compare the 1999 football team with the women's basketball team that just went through the NCAA tournament as a number one seed, like in terms of greatness? That's all.
I mean, even if it was a man, it was men's. It doesn't really matter. Men's basketball. I mean, it just not doesn't compare to football, man. But it was fun to watch the girls. I love watching women's basketball. Candace Parker. I actually love watching the Candace Parker Tennessee teams. I'm not even
All
joking.
right, bro. You ain't got to oversell it,
I'm
bro. You
not.
don't
I
like
swear to
women.
God. I
Yeah.
swear to God. They had that little girl. She was like 5'2". She was a beast point guard. They had, what was the fucking legendary coach's name? It was a fun team to watch.
You don't
I
give a
really
fuck
like.
about that team, bro.
Yeah,
You don't give a
my
fuck
point.
about it.
My point is that I am pro women. I'm not talking about rights and shit. I'm talking about relationships and just the dynamic between men and women.
Before y'all go, because I got you and I got Brian and I got 2/3 of y'all here. And I listened to y'all Brent Pride episode. Great job as always. but I wouldn't be doing my job. Why the fuck y'all act like that Liberty game was the? Come on, bro. We all here, bro. We talking, bro. Why y'all act like that Liberty win was like the beginnings of, bro? Liberty gagged that game away to us, bro.
We beat them. What you mean?
No, they lost.
You didn't look at the game and think
No,
that we put nothing together from all of the season where we had fucked up games, games we was up that we lost. You didn't look at the Liberty game and say, "Damn, we improved."
that boys had it's Liberty.
It
I
don't
don't
matter.
know.
Everybody that
It's
we played
Liberty.
was
We
Boston
supposed to
College was
smack
Boston
Liberty,
College.
bro. We supposed to smack Liberty. Like if we smack Liberty, now I can understand. You be like, bro, y'all look different in that Liberty game. Liberty had that ball with the lead and fumbled that bitch. Like if they
But
don't
that's what
fumble that ball,
yeah. But we have been playing the same way the whole season. It's ODU. We lost to them. We didn't just lose every game. We gave some of those games away. Like we were beating North Carolina State on the road, right? What was it, 21-3, something like that? We gave them the game. They didn't come back and beat
we
us.
gave NC State, we gave Georgia Tech the game.
We
We
gave
gave
Georgia
Georgia,
Tech the game. So it's not like we were
but
saying,
But
man,
Liberty
Liberty is
gave
so.
us.
In my opinion, I didn't feel like we were saying, man, Liberty was such a valiant opponent. We went into it. Of course, we had the head coach there. We said we had a lot of times this season where everybody expected us to win, even got excited about winning, and we gave the game away. That game, we had the opportunity to give the game away, but we didn't. We won it.
They gave it away.
No, I think Vito's hating, man. And I'm being serious. I thought we were the better team and we deserved to win. Honestly,
I don't see how when they fumbled the game, they literally fumbled the game away.
they
They
had one.
had the rock and the lead.
That was that one fumble though. But I thought the entire game we were the better team. We were
Hey
starting to give
man,
it away. That's what I always
we
saw.
just need, we
But
just needed we
talking,
just needed we needed the ball to bounce our way a couple times, man.
Yeah.
we need, but I guess my ultimate point is it ain't the fact that we won or lost the game. It's the fact that it was a close game with Liberty, and you like, are we trying to make this seem like this was the beginning of something? Like, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong,
that's facts.
I agree with the
I
whole
think
with the
it's
direction. Go ahead.
And I
I
understand where you're coming from. You saying it's Liberty, we should be beating them. We shouldn't be in a dogfight with Liberty, but we are. That's what we are as a program right now. So, to a casual fan, I know you dig a little bit deeper, but to a casual fan, I mean, we won that game. I feel like if we played Virginia the next week, we would have won that game. And then we went into the offseason. I feel like we killed the portal. We brought in some players that's going to help us win some games this year. And then now they started killing recruiting. So, I mean,
Yeah,
if it was just we won that game and then we didn't do shit, we'd have been like, okay, it was just Liberty. But it seemed like to me, it could be the start of something.
it was the fact that Virginia Tech was 3 and or no, they were 2-8 at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and they won that game and they beat Liberty, which beat them the previous year. And it's just like, why are we losing to Liberty in a close game? And this is a bad team, and we beat Liberty. Oh, hey, Virginia Tech is back on track to being Virginia Tech and smacking the shit out of Liberty.
but that Liberty team proceeded to put nobody in the draft. The coach left. Like the fact that that game was close is crazy.
It was on the road. They have Hugh Freeze as a coach who just got hired away. I mean, they were a good program. They had like 8 wins at that time. They might have been 8-1 at that time, something like that, maybe 9-1. But I'm not saying we should be patting ourselves on the back for beating Liberty. But when you're on a 7-game losing streak and you're on the road and they got a coach that's about to go to the SEC and you win the game, you should feel good, no matter how the ball bounced. Like we should feel good about that. And I do think that it showed the team didn't quit. At the very least, they never quit throughout the season.
To me, it's not even that they didn't quit. It's more that they finally found a way to make plays when it mattered, because that's what they didn't do for most of the rest of the season, right? Like we had 3 or 4 games where we either had the lead or had a chance to take the lead late in the game, and we didn't get it done. So the fact that we got it done to me is a sign of some progress, regardless of the opponent, because we saw what happened against ODU.
I do understand what
Um,
Don was saying. I do. But I still think it was a
so,
good turning point potentially.
Okay, and I'm not trying to be the one to shit on the wins or be the party pooper. But let's say this year we play ODU first, right? And it's a hell game. Let's say we win it. We win a hell game. Ain't a part of you gonna still be like, damn, we still doing this with these fucking bullshit ass teams? Like we still doing
Yes.
this
I will not
patty cake round and round shit with them?
if it's tight and I'm sweating that ODU game out with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, yeah, I'm not going to be happy about that. That's not. We need to show that we are a little bit better than that.
I ain't
I
gonna say that.
agree.
I don't want to be in a hell game with ODU, but it matters to me about the wins. Like again, I expect us to go to a bowl this year. That's just what I think. I think we got the staff. I think we got the players, the talent on the team. I'm not saying we uber talented, but I think we got the talent to win 6 games. So yeah, if I look back at this season after this season is over and I look at our recruiting and our recruiting is as bad as it has been and we win 3 games, 4 games, okay, I can go back to it and say, yeah, that didn't mean shit. That's just me though. That's
That's
how I
the
feel
best thing
about it.
about it. He was still able to do some decent recruiting despite losing that much. And it basically it took all them bullshit ass Fuente excuses and put them shits in the trash can because oh, it's located in Virginia. Who wants to come here? Oh, we're broke. We're this. We're that. Shut that shit up. Pride definitely don't selling something. You getting something. You getting some talent to come in. So it ain't. It never was the location. It never was money. You just gotta have something to sell.
Yeah, you
Even if
gotta
you
be
ain't got nothing to sell, you gotta
That
be a pimp for that shit.
was
you gotta be able to sell.
all excuses, man. That was all excuses. And Pry is the salesman. Someone talked about that earlier. He's done a great sales job on a portion of the fan base. Not everyone is believing. A lot of people are just pointing at the 3 wins and saying, we got to get this guy out of here if he does this again. But I'm picking up what he's selling. I know a lot of other people are, and he's the best. I mean, he's one of the best recruiters Penn State had. And so getting him to flip to our side 2 years ago was a win, and hopefully the momentum will continue on the trail.
All right, yo, back to the Liberty shit for a second. I just gotta put this out there. Liberty beat Arkansas last year. They killed BYU,
Oh my fucking
and they
god,
lost to
bro! In
Wake
the
Forest by
space.
1 point. Wake Forest was a really good team
In the
last year.
space, bro.
They beat an SEC team, and they played Ole Miss really good also. Just putting that out there.
It was a
Sam,
decent team. It was a decent
Sam.
team.
Yo,
I don't care what Liberty did against another team. When Virginia Tech beat Liberty, we supposed to smack them, bro. I don't give a
but
fuck what Liberty do on the weeks before that or the weeks after that.
you just gotta know, like, we were 2-8 going to that game.
Yeah.
Like, look where we
Oh,
were.
no.
I agree. I think in every other year we should smack Liberty. And I know like 2020 we lost.
Man, y'all is arguing with Dunn. Y'all are arguing with Dunn, and Dunn probably knows stats better than anybody in here. Caleb Smith was our #1 receiver with like 400 yards. A win is a win. I don't give a fuck if we beat
Man,
the College of the
Caleb
Deaf and
Smith
Blind.
had 27 more catches than everybody in this chat.
Man, give me. I'm not hating on Caleb Smith, but
Shout
I'm
out to
not gonna
Caleb.
come in here and say because we Virginia Tech we were supposed to pull up and beat Liberty. Like, no, I didn't go into the game and say, yeah, I know we're gonna go in here and win. Like, no, that ain't what I was thinking. So
That,
to
but
pull a win out, I was happy with it.
yeah, I mean
Especially considering
we
last
pulled the
year they
winner.
lost.
You can say that was 2020 when we played them.
Yeah, I
You
think
might not
with the
like it, but
podcast, I mean, we picked Virginia Tech to lose that game. Both of us did. So I mean,
I mean, this
we
isn't
Man,
we,
this
it's
isn't
we
crazy
FCS
because
Liberty.
like we did the boundary corner little thing and y'all had every other Virginia Tech Twitter account available in that thing and y'all asked what was the biggest game of the year, right? I remember answering that question vividly and everybody was like, oh, Miami, oh, whatever, and I was like, bro, Liberty, ODU, beat the shit out of them and I know what we I was serious, like I was
you were
not
right.
playing
You were
around.
right.
I was like, listen, if we fuck around against ODU and the Liberties of the world, and who else we played? Georgia Southern or somebody, some weak ass school,
Wofford.
Wofford or some shit, 27-7 type shit. I said, if we ain't whooping on them, it's a sorry team, and that's what came to pass. I'm saying it again this year, bro. when we play week one, and if we are and we having a sword fight with ODU, and we got to win a walk off kick, bro, something's wrong. Like something ain't right. Now, I'm not trying to be. I understand winning is important, and the team probably needed to just see a win. But a small part of me still was like, bro, you need a Liberty to give you a game. It's maybe I'm fucking crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a jaded, negative Virginia Tech fan. I've been through a lot.
No,
I've
I
seen a
understand
lot.
where you're coming from. I understand. I mean, you presented the case good enough where I can understand what you're saying. You know, you're looking at the games and saying, okay, this is team, but you got to like that ain't where we at. I, of course,
I
going
mean,
into
I
the
understand
season,
that too.
we might have all thought we should have been this place or we should be this. But I mean, I think Jalen Holston scored like 3 touchdowns against Liberty, right? He may have
Yeah,
had 12 yards. Like we couldn't run the ball. We wasn't a very good team. So
that
Liberty
shit
was
was
a better
crazy.
team than us last year. I hate to tell everybody in here if you don't know that, if you go back and look at the tape, Liberty was the better team. We got lucky. They was losing the coach. He might have called some stuff wrong. I mean, I think Tawan Garbett had a good game where he like
Yeah,
maybe strip sacked like twice. So it wasn't
he
like they just
sealed it.
gave us the game. Like we went out and made the plays to win. All
Made
of
the
the stuff that
plays.
usually happened to us happened
It
to them.
happened to them.
So
It
when
just
I look
happened to
at stuff
be
like that, I'm like,
Liberty.
man, yeah, sometimes you got to get the ball to bounce your way. All of the season, and again, I don't think that our kids didn't fight hard in a lot of games. We just didn't know how to win. We knew how to lose. We
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know how to
facts.
win.
Oh, them
So when we
motherfuckers
go,
was experts at losing.
yeah. So
They
when
knew
I
how
go
to.
look at a game like the Liberty game, I'm like, most of the time, if you watch enough sports, you'll watch teams. Like the progression of a team is okay. They get beat by a lot, then they get beat by a little, then they start winning by a little, then they win by a lot. Like everybody talks
Yeah.
about how great Florida State is. Florida State lost to Jacksonville State like 2 years ago. Like they wasn't what we remember Florida State to be. You got to be able to rebound. You know what I'm saying? We had a first. There's no excuses. It's just what it is. Like we had a new coach. We didn't have a lot of talent. All of our. I mean, just about everything that we had was new, or trying to find something to make work. So every game was a hell game. We didn't pull a lot of them hell games out.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
I was
indeed. It was your game.
yeah, I was happy to see it. And again, I do hope that we come out not to discourage anything you said because I agree with what you're saying. I do hope that week one we are at home. Motherfuckers is gonna be drunk and jumping and doing all of this shit to the inner Sandman. I do hope the team and the coaching staff has them prepared. As much as everybody hate Fuente, that motherfuckers are gonna have the team prepared for week one. Like that. Most of the games that we played week one, he had them prepared. So I do hope that the coaching staff has learned, like, okay, this is what we got to do to win. And you at home, like, no, we don't need to be going into overtime with ODU. We don't need to be winning by 3 points. Like, yeah, we probably need to beat the shit out of ODU. So I agree with you what you're
Give
saying
me
now,
two.
Justin. I know,
Give me 2, 3 scores. Give me 2, 3 scores. Give me
yeah,
17,
I
18
agree with you.
points.
I do agree with you on that. I still stand with what I said on the Liberty game from last year. I understand why you asked the question, which I'm glad you did. I still stand by how I feel on that, but I understand where you coming from when you saying moving forward, this is what I need to see. Justin, I see you got your hand up, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, all I was gonna say is like the ODU game one is a big game for me watching because I want to see like okay, we saw what happened without an offense, but Tech still had the defensive stars. Can Tech beat ODU and treat them like Virginia Tech going up against ODU? I'm interested in watching those first 4 games, especially also against Purdue because Purdue still has some talent, but not much. But I I want to see if Tech's getting out of this hole that Fuente buried them deeper into this season because it looks like Pry is like getting them out of it
I
with
think what most
recruiting.
people, I think what you're saying, a short version of what you said and what most people thinking. We want to know, can he coach? We understand the salesman. We understand the bringing some talent in. We understand the NIL shit. We get that. We want to know, can he coach? Because we talk about some of the games we lost. We lost some of the games last year because of coaching too. So this year, I
Absolutely.
think what people are talking about and what Vito is saying, or what Vito is saying, is we shouldn't. We should what we lack at talent. We should be out coaching some of these people, and we wasn't doing that. So I think this year is what we're gonna be looking for.
I would say even under the Fuente years, we weren't coaching, we were managing. We would bring talent in and manage them and manage the game. We weren't coaching talent to outperform talent that might be, they might be higher or whatever, and yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Fuente was a dickhead, so we don't know what he was doing. He was telling this quarterbacks to throw the ball to this person or run it. So it's a little different. But I want to say thank you to everybody. Justin, we appreciate you, man, trying to get everything back on kilter how it's supposed to be. But we just wanted to hang out and have a good time for a little bit here. We appreciate everybody coming out. Again, if you haven't paid attention to any of the Virginia Tech podcasts, I feel like everybody's putting out some good content right now. Even though we don't have much football going on, I mean, we still got some great stuff going on in recruiting and things like this where we talk about. Uh, thank you, Ricky. Hey, man, you about to okay. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. If you haven't listened to any Virginia Tech podcasts, we got a couple of podcast guys that are here. Don V's podcast, which is I almost said Don V Fridays. Don V, shout your podcast out for me if you don't mind.
As 1/3 of VT4L, I host a podcast. It's me, it's Joe Rogers, it's Drift. We I don't you know how every dude say our podcast ain't like everybody else's podcast. Everybody say that shit, but we a Hokies podcast, but we be talking about other shit too.
So if you haven't gave Don V and his guys a listen, y'all go check them out. Pete, shout your podcast out.
Oh, thanks, Tally. Yeah, it's too deep. Hokies under the influence, whatever. We're doing some off-season stuff this year more than we used to, and next week we'll be back with an episode previewing our first 6 games, probably like 10 to 15 minutes on the first 6 opponents of the Hokies season. So you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, just too deep. You'll find it. Thanks.
Y'all heard it. Pete always had a plug on the beer and the liquor, so y'all go and ask him what y'all feel about the beer and stuff that's going on in Blacksburg and New Jersey. My man is plugged. He know all about it. Brian, tell him who he is, man.
Yeah, we are the Boundary Corner Podcast. You can catch us anywhere you get your podcast. We stream our recording process live on social media, usually every Tuesday during the season, every other Tuesday night in the off season. You can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. We stream live there. We post there, so we're active there. Go check us out. Everything that we record ends up on YouTube in some way, shape, or form. And like I said, we're on every podcast platform that's out there. So go check us out.
We appreciate everybody coming out, man. I hope everybody had a happy 4th of July. Hope nobody didn't blow no fingers off. Like JPP, none of that shit. Hope everybody got back to work safe. All that good stuff. Anybody else got anything before we get ready to get out of here tonight?
I just want to say thank you. That's it.
Well, Justin, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you coming through, dropping some knowledge where you drop some knowledge. Ricky, even though we give you a hard time, we appreciate you. Juliet, we appreciate you coming through. I know, Joe, you're not on here as far as the mic right now, but we appreciate you popping in as well. Everybody who had a mic while you was here, we appreciate you. Know you could be doing a lot of stuff on a Wednesday night, but you chose to spend it with us. If y'all get a chance, like I said, I'm a shameless plug. Y'all go back and listen to our podcast where we talked about all these points that we hit here tonight. Also, go back and listen to our episode where we had Coach Brown, where he talked about things he has done to get the program back where we want it to be and what he needs it to be. Again, Boundary Corner Podcast, 1/3 of Boundary Corner Podcast. I'm Taliban's. I appreciate y'all for coming out tonight.
Yeah, big thanks to everybody that showed up tonight. It's been a lot of fun, and we're going to be doing this pretty regularly once the season gets open, so I hope you guys show up again ready to talk, and until next time, it's Boundary Corner out.